It's Madden NFL 23 on EA Sports. And coming up, we'll see Dalton Schultz. He's putting together one of the better seasons in league history. It's the Lions and the Falcons coming up next.
First opened in 2002, there's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Today, the curtain falls on the regular season, and we've got a good one in store between the Atlanta Falcons and the Detroit Lions. Frank Gordon joined by Charles Davis. CD, you look at the Lions in this matchup. You figure they've got to be looking forward to this one. They've got a clear advantage on the offensive side of the ball.
Yeah, and they totally understand it, not just by running the numbers, but those numbers do play into it because you've got one of the better passing offenses in the league, a top 10 unit, going up against one of the poor defenses in the league. So I think we're going to see these guys take some shots downfield. But right from the start, I expect them to attack and get right after them.
Zerline now. He'll handle the honors to get us started. And we are underway from Ford Field. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. To the air right away is Allen. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. So, CD, here we are. You look at how well this offense has played all year, 16-0. Now, in most years, they'd be at home right now enjoying time off for their perfect season, getting ready for the postseason. But this is the decade of the 2020, so that means 17 games are what's needed to get to a perfect season. Would a win here make them an all-timer for you?
It would. It absolutely would. And I realize we're not comparing apples to apples because of the length of regular seasons. But if you think back to the 1972 Dolphins, they were 14-0 in the regular season. 3 wins made them a Super Bowl champion, so they were 17-0 total. Imagine getting through 17 now and then continuing on and winning the Super Bowl. They're an all-timer team already for me.
On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. Now after all of this, hang on here because he appears to be shaken up. Well, week 18, this is just when you hope everybody can get through the regular season. But the medical staff is going to have to take a look here, and we'll step aside. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10, right at the 40. They keep it with Henry on 1st down. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. Now Allen. He'll find Lamb. That's complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 27 yards there, a 1st down.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Running the jet sweep. This is Thielen with it. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
Well, I sure wouldn't be surprised if we see more of this as this game goes on because we know they like to use their wideouts either on quick throws or on jet sweeps like what we just saw there. And to say that that one worked well, partner, that's stating the obvious.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door, 1st and goal. In motion goes the tight end. Henry going to take this down just short of the goal line. He got 3, but could not get the ball over the chalk. That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal. Henry again. And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. Derrick Henry taking it in from a yard out. And the Lions will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. And that caps off what was really a balanced opening drive for them, Charles. They work in the rushing game and the aerial attack, and they end it with a touchdown.
Strong in so many ways, wasn't it, partner? Their ability to throw it and run it and accomplish their goal, they got to like the way that they started this ball game.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it. So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. They'll be under the command of the former Florida State Seminole, the #1 overall pick in 2015, Jameis Winston.
And his stat line last week, that's not going to get him to the Pro Bowl. All right, no touchdowns, no interceptions, but they won. And so the bottom line for him is team won, managed the game effectively, led them to victory. He's doing all the right things.
The first down throw for Winston. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
When they needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver. And as this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Here's Winston. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. And this, I mean, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that. And here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ball game. And all that preparation, it goes right out the window.
Yikes, a 40-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down. Well, that play never really got off the launching pad. He had a linebacker in his face before he had a chance to do much of anything.
Yeah, I think it's big boys up front, that offensive line. They've got to do a little bit better job of protecting him if they're going to continue to run the option like this.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Winston. His throw caught right around the 6. Touchdown, Falcons. Deebo Samuel with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Falcons are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. Zerline connects on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there. Well, here we sit, Week 17, just one more week in the regular season after this one. So if you're one of these teams trying to make a move and improve your spot or jump in from the outside, Charles, you better make that move now.
And these final games are often a good barometer for all those teams fighting for position or a wild card spot. They have to be able to get the job done these last 2 weeks before things get even tougher when the playoffs officially begin.
Left side to Lamb. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. With these run-pass options, we often talk about a good quarterback and running back. Well, having a talented wide receiver helps also.
Yeah, even coming in third in the discussion, sometimes that means he really should be first, because all you want to do is get the ball in their hands and let them make the big plays downfield.
Running from the gun with Henry. Daxton Hill there to make the stop on defense. Well, this defense for the Falcons, they were excellent a week ago in that victory over Indianapolis.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
But they certainly came out firing in this one, and while that one was incomplete, I can't imagine that'll be the last shot that they take in this game.
Running the jet sweep. This is Thielen with it. And this will not be enough. On 3rd and 5, he only gets 3.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
Allen going to go on 4th down. Open man Lamb. It's complete. And he is going to have the Lions first down as they wind up getting 13 there on 4th down. The conversion is successful with a sizable gain of 13, and the decision to go for it looks like a smart one. So now following the roll of the dice, they've got a 1st and 10 inside the 35. Here's Allen to throw it. Looking right sideline, that's complete. Touchdown, Detroit. Albert O, 34 yards. And the Lions have taken the lead.
When we draw defenses on the board, we do account for every receiver. But on that particular play, somehow he was wide open, became an easy touchdown pass.
Tucker now to add the point after. It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the first quarter. So this drive spans 7 plays, and it's capped off by a touchdown for the Lions. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it. So for the second time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense. Even though they might not find the number 1 seed next to their name come playoff time, There's not going to be very many teams, if any, entering the playoffs on the kind of run they're on. They're hot.
And I love that word, hot, because every team in the league wants to go into the playoffs on that uptick. Because a lot of the time you serve notice to the rest of the league that, hey, we're the team you need to deal with. We're the team that's going to be a real problem for you. And if they can continue this streak, they can very well be that team and gain that confidence that they're seeking as they head to the playoffs.
And confidence, that's the word I would use from our meetings with them. They said we're playing our... Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked by Emmanuel Mosley, and the Lions are going to take possession of the football. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that's really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
And we spotlight Derrick Henry now. And you see his numbers from a week ago. He was up over 100 yards then, and he's already hit pay dirt here once in this one.
We always talk about quarterbacks and receivers getting into rhythm, right? Really feeling good, finding each other downfield.
He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked by Tracy Walker. And the Falcons will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing. Maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements.
Here's 2nd and 10. Jameis to throw it. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. From the shotgun, it's Winston. Winds up and lets it go for Samuel. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Trayvon Diggs. And the Lions force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. Week after week, we're seeing plays like this from him. And I think he's in line. We've discussed it before for NFL Defensive Player of the Year.
And a big reason why, I think, is because of his ball skills. And that's something that, for guys of his position, they've talked about it for years. They've done the drills. But they've really increased it in recent seasons because of the offense.
Shouts from this crowd as they watch the replay. They want a challenge. So not successful there on the challenge, and he'll have to be careful from here on out because he'll only have 1 challenge remaining. Derrick Henry. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34. 5 men in the secondary now for the Falcons on 3rd down. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Now, this is just the last thing you want to see in the final week of the regular season. Well, I hope he's okay. We'll step aside and be right back. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. He's going to float this one deep right side. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
So roughing the passer penalty, never one that you like to see.
Not at all, and especially when you're in that final push of the season. You can't afford to get your quarterback hurt before the playoffs roll around, and we know they'll be here before you know it.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. After the penalty, it's Henry. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards, 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed. because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Throwing now is Allen. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
No surprise there. He was looking for one of his favorite targets again as soon as he left the pocket. But the coverage was good downfield. They got right to the receiver and helped prevent that completion.
Allen off the play fake. He'll buy some time right. Check down here for Henry. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. He'll get 17 that time, and the Lions have a first down.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. As long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Now whistles and a flag down. Looked like one of the Lions linemen might have moved. They expect this from the visiting team when playing indoors, but not the home team.
They're supposed to get all the advantages, right? The home crowd's supposed to help them. They forgot where they were, perhaps.
Tenth carry now for Derrick Henry. And room there to work it inside the 25. 46 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. Second down, they go again with Henry. And he's brought down, but he has it down to the 12 on a pickup of 12. 1st and 10. A lot of running backs, a little bit of a disadvantage when you start talking MVP. Might not be the case this year. You think he's got a shot, don't you?
I do. I think he's got more than a shot. But what he's going to need here down the stretch this late in the season, he needs that big closing game, that game that we're all going to reflect on and go, oh, my goodness, did he put up a number, let's say 200 plus?
A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. Pat Surtain up to make the play.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
And now they'll throw with Allen. This will be caught at about the 5. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. It'll go down as a gain of 6. And now it's 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, Henry. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Tucker's kick is good, and they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. They already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And, Charles, you look at these two teams, and these are those kind of litmus test games in the second half of the season that if you're a coach or a player, you can either really look forward to them or really dread them, depending on your point of view.
And if you're dreading them, you're not going to go very far in the playoffs. You need to look forward to these kind of games because here we've got two division leaders, both real contenders for the NFC title. And you're right, you love having easy games on your schedule, but you need some games like this to toughen you up a bit and ensure that you're ready for the shock of playoff football.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Winston. Open man is Samuel, complete. Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. And just a yard to go here on second down. Handoff up the middle, Hunt. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more. After one, 17-7 the score on EA Sports. Second quarter now, Falcon football, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hunt. Taken down at the 47-yard line.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. That's complete. It's Elijah Moore. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 33. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Here's Winston. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. On first down, they'll run with Hunt. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Hunt will try going up the middle. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for him. Out of the huddle now for play number 9 on this drive. This is 3rd down and 8. To throw, Winston. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the first down, took the shot in the end zone, went for the touchdown.
And on 3rd down, they said, forget about the sticks. We want 6. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
After the made field goal, Zerline back out there now to send this one away. DJ Dallas to return it from his end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. Derrick Henry trots back out there and gets ready to go. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
Sliding out of the pocket. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. That is caught by Lamb. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. A first down carry for Henry. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Now Allen. He'll take a shot for the end zone. He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. So there is the big arm of Josh Allen on display. He can throw it as deep as anybody, and that was an absolute laser.
And I'm telling you, nothing will let up a crowd more than a play like that. Here in the stadium, all eyes were on the receiver streaking downfield, and you know everyone was thinking, throw it, he's open. What a connection there for the touchdown.
And that one spanning it. And now before we get to the extra point, remember all touchdowns do have to be confirmed by the replay official. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Tucker with the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. That time, 75-yard drive, 5 plays. And the end result, a Detroit touchdown. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Throwing again on 2nd down. Winston. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. B.J. Hill breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7. Well, you're already up a couple of scores here in the first half defensively, and Charles, they just seem to be playing really free on that side of the football.
I love the observation because with that type of a lead, they feel like they can take a few more chances and be even more aggressive, and it's been paying off for them so far this game.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And Jameis intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them. And they took advantage of it there, got a nice interception, and set up their offense in great shape.
So after the INT, it's Allen. He dumps it off for Henry. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
74 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. This is Lamb on the end around. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Well, as a wideout, when you take that handoff and you're coming around the edge, you're expecting to see nothing but empty space in front of you. But if not...
Well, things can go south in a hurry, and that's exactly what we saw on that play with a loss. Second down and goal. Allen. And in for the Lions touchdown. C.D. Lamb with touchdown number 29. Too short of LaDainian Tomlinson's all-time record 31. And the Lions have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns.
It's never fun for a defense to run on the field knowing that they're having to defend a short field. Just the idea of trying to limit an offense in that position, daunting for a defense.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So that drive, 4 plays. And it's finished off by the touchdown from C.D. Lamb. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it. Falcons offense making their way onto the field. Let's take a look at the playoff picture coming into the weekend in the NFC. And you can see, as many of you already know, they have clinched the NFC South. But as it stands, Charles, they would still need to host a game on Wild Card Weekend.
And that's a good thing for them because coming out of your division, getting to the playoffs with an opportunity to host to start the playoffs, that's a pretty good way to get things going. Whoever came out of this division, we knew that they were going to be playoff ready, and this team certainly is.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
From the gun, Winston taking a shot for Samuel. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Well, he leads the NFL in interceptions and nearly added to that total.
Got his hand on it, couldn't quite corral it. It's been a Pro Bowl-type season for him, and the term ball hawk really comes into play, doesn't it?
Yeah, I like that one a lot because teams want to avoid that type of a player, but sometimes you just can't. He just knows where the ball is.
That's a 43-yard punt, aided as well by a loss on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Detroit's offense ready to take over. And they, as mentioned, unbeaten to this point in the year, but you think this game, their toughest test yet.
I absolutely do, because to me, this is a good measuring stick game because they've been able to take advantage of the schedule. But here, this is another team leading its division with an eye on making a Super Bowl run, so this game is crucial.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Henry will get it. He's been busy today. And only a couple there up to about the 23-yard line.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
And force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going into the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
The Lions on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Again, it's Henry. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 89 yards on the ground now for Henry. He's got a first down. No surprise this offense would be able to convert. They're currently second in the league in first downs, and they pick up one here.
Yeah, not a stat that we talk about a heck of a lot, but it's a vital one. And in this case, it's really vital because what does it do? Keeps their defense off the field, gives them a chance to rest.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Allen going to throw. Lets it fly for Thielen. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
On second down, here's Henry. And he'll get this up to about the 40. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. Henry up the middle. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. His career already story just keeps getting better. That last carry, CD, he hit 14,000 career rushing yards.
Think about the accumulation of this yardage like you're going upstairs. Now he's at the doorstep of the top 5 all-time in NFL history in rushing yards.
Unbelievable. From midfield, here's Allen. He completes it to Henry. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
A 20th carry now for Derrick Henry. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
To throw, it's Allen. Got a man, it's short, it's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Well, that's one way to convert on third down, picking up 26 yards.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
They'll try the right side with Henry. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 11 more on that one and another first down. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
Allen. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. The linebacker, Jordan Hicks, flying in there for the sack.
Traditionally, as a defense, your number one job, stop the run. But in today's football, it's impacting the opposing quarterback. Make him uncomfortable. And so far, they've not been able to do that.
Not at all. He's been really comfortable in the pocket. 3 touchdown passes already.
So that could be an important first sack if they do want to turn things around.
On second and goal, Allen steps away to his left. A big chunk of real estate covered on the scramble, but it will be 3rd and goal. A chance to really put this game out of reach. Here's 3rd and goal. trying to punch it in with Henry. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Derrick Henry with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Lions are able to add on to their first half lead. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I get some more. I get some more. It'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will come out to the 25 as Handler elects not to return it. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series. But what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
The first down throw for Winston. And it's knocked away and incomplete. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. He and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
How about the coverage we just saw him break out on third down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
That'll go as a punt of 42, 7 on the return. And Detroit getting set to go now. Well, everything right now that they touch on this side of the football, it seems to turn to gold. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. That lead continues to grow. And, I mean, if they can get points here, Charles, might almost be an insurmountable comeback for the other side.
I think you make a great case for that, so I'm going to flip it over to the other side. Could they make the big comeback? Certainly. Am I expecting it? Not at all. I think if we don't see a drastic change in how they're playing, this blowout's going to get bigger and bigger before the final gun.
Throwing on first down is Allen. He's going to loft this one deep left sideline. He's got a man, complete. And he will go out of bounds down at the 15-yard line. A big play there for Detroit. 45 yards. I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play.
After review of the play, ruling on the field
Line of
stands.
scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. A shotgun handoff to Henry. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Henry again on 2nd down. There's a nice move. 127 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it with Henry. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there forcing a loss on that play.
This is caught. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal. Now Allen. Falcons would extend their lead here just before halftime.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow. Time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there. Unable to do so. That makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
Tucker with the extra point. And a rout is on here in this first half. So the drive there took 6 plays. And it's finished off by the touchdown from CeeDee Lamb. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
So we've reached halftime here in Detroit with the Lions out on top. As we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. It's all down to this. Week 18 of the NFL regular season. Lots to be decided, so let's get right to it. We'll start over at Raymond James Stadium in Tampa. And that's been a back-and-forth game, all tied in the second quarter. From there, let's hop over to New England. Check out the Patriots at home in Foxborough. And that game is tied as they take on the visiting Tennessee Titans. Finally, let's get right to the center of the U.S. map and check in on the Chiefs at home in Kansas City. And they trail the visiting Denver Broncos in that one. The Broncos locked in a tight one, but this is a game you feel they've got to have. Next, a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Falcons. And not much went right in those first 2 quarters. You can see the numbers on the ground there. Not a whole lot to write home about so far. Meanwhile, for the Lions, it's been no contest in terms of the rushing yards. You see a much, much brighter picture there. Final adjustments being made for the second half. Whether they'll amount to much in a game that's already pretty well decided, well, that's another question. Nevertheless, let's get you back out to Brandon and Charles.
Okay, Coach, thanks. Yeah, that's something to consider. Are we in for more one-way traffic here in the second half? It has not been a competitive game to this point. It'll be Falcons football, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback.
A look at Jameis Winston now as he gears up to lead this offense again.
And he's looking to take much better care of the football here in half two after 3 first-half interceptions.
We don't have to just look strictly at the number. To a team, when you turn it over 3 times like that, it erodes confidence in you, and it erodes confidence in the offense. And now you have the defensive guys looking over and saying, what is going on here? And instead of playing for the team, they're playing angry and mad at their teammates.
They'll start the third quarter on the ground with Hunt. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
From the 31, Winston. That's Samuel, caught left side. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Jameis to throw it. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Leo Chanel. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. And Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick 6.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. As confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
Now Tucker to add the PAT. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it. Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
He couldn't get rid of it. He winds up losing a yard. It's second down. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
This defense just continues to bottle up that ground game. And look, I mean, the deficit right now for this offense is so big that it might not matter. But you're still in the third quarter. They're probably going to have to try things through the air, Charles.
I agree with you totally. That's what they'll have to do. They do need to run it occasionally to take a few hits off the quarterback, because right now, you just know those pass rushers are fired up to get after him.
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
There's a nice pickup right there, and after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
Right side, it's Hamler pulling it in.
So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and that'll bring up second down. They'll go option to the short side.
That strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49.
A really nice effort that time. 12 yards on the keeper, picking up the first.
Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there. Worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
And that's good for a gain of 6, and that's going to bring up second down. They go play action. Winston. That's going to be complete on the sideline, but, you know, that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll leave him with 3rd and a full yard to go. They'll try to run for the first down with Hunt, and the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive alive.
I like this focus there because he wasn't thinking about breaking that one big. All he thought about was, I need 1. Let's go get that. Ended up picking up 2.
Winston. This is Hamler on the receiving end. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Winston. Over the middle, complete to Samuel. And the Falcons are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5. And they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. They'll run with Hunt, and he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
You got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
Second and goal from the 6 this time. They'll run again with Hunt. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
We all know how much running backs love getting the ball down near the goal line. They think they're going to find a way into the end zone. He hasn't had that kind of luck so far. Ends up not getting in on the last 2 carries. You know he's going to be upset about a missed opportunity.
And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
I admire anyone trying to pick up an additional couple of yards. They're just not worth it when you take shots like that. Quarterbacks have to stay in the game and stay on the field.
Zerline's kick is up and through, and they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. So they get the field goal, but that was a 14-play drive to get 3.
You sound like you're going negative on me,
I was.
Sounds like you're thinking the 3 is just not that good.
And people say that we're negative sometimes. So.
Well, here's the deal. Getting the 3 is good. Obviously, you would think on a 14-play drive you're going to get 6 out of it. But that type of a drive can pay dividends later on because you might wear the defense down.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Another shot now for this Lions offense. Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. And this is incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. That's complete. It's Okuwebunam. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the 1st. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it'll be 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there, and they rallied and made the tackle.
On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. It's a return of 4 following a 42-yard punt. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. Here comes the Falcon offense now as they get set to take over here. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. From the 40 now on 2nd down. Winston, quick slant, caught by Moore. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. To throw, Winston. Blitz coming, and down he goes. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down.
Give them an instant to react. There's a classic case of if you blink, you missed it. Off the line and to the quarterback in just a couple of seconds. Running back only had a moment to react and attempt to throw a block.
Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Winston. The ball's out, and they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. That's some good yardage there, too, before he fumbled that football, Charles.
Yeah, just think about it this way. Running backs, as a general rule, they kind of know when the end of a run is near, and you notice how they cover up, right? They protect the football. Sometimes quarterbacks forget that out in the open field. After a while, you start to wonder, does the running back coach visit the quarterback coach and say, hey, I can help you with this. We can protect this and make sure we keep the ball.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38. On 1st down, they'll kick off the drive with Dallas. And he'll go out of bounds, it appears, right at the 45. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
On 2nd down, a run with Dallas. Fights through it. On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. It's a gain of 14 and a 1st down for Detroit. We often give credit to the O-line there. 2 tight end formation. Those tight ends block pretty well also.
Yeah, that's one of the most dynamic positions in football now. The tight ends who can block at the line of scrimmage at the point of attack, and they can also get downfield and catch the football.
They'll run on 1st down with Dallas. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Not a ton of room available on that one, but he made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage.
From the 35, back to work on 2nd and 4. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he just throws this one away. That was a bit strange, and here comes the flag.
Intentional grounding, offense.
Yeah, he hadn't gotten far enough away. Football away, and that draws the flag.
Yeah, the old tackle box, right? Get outside of each tackle, and then you can go ahead and throw it away, and you're in good shape. But if you're back there in the pocket, you got to make sure of what you're doing.
They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived. And I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. No good, but that's just a minor blip here in what's been a thoroughly dominating performance.
Well, he might be the best kicker the game's ever seen, and we've seen him hit from 66, which is the all-time record. But anything 60-plus, that's a very low percentage kick. Don't tell him he doesn't believe it. But this one winds up no good.
Well, the Falcons back out, getting set for this next drive. It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. The turnover on the last drive, they had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't want to admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
To throw again on second down. Winston, and he'll go right back to Moore. Complete again.
And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
The start for them near flawless. Defense gets them a 3-and-out. 2 quick pass connections on offense.
So that's how a team works together. Just what you described. Get them the ball, give them a little momentum, and they're capitalizing off of that. Thanks a lot, guys.
Now this throw caught left side. Touchdown! Deebo Samuel with his 14th touchdown of the year, second of the game.
And the Falcons are able to eat in just a bit to this sizable deficit.
Zerline good with a PAT. So they do get 1 score back, but still a long way to go here in the third quarter. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Detroit's offense ready to take over. Still well in control of this ball game despite giving up that touchdown a moment ago. A run by Dallas to start the drive.
And some room to maneuver. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
Once again, it's Dallas.
And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This offense has had a lot to like in this game. I don't know that last play is going to make the highlight reel.
It's not going to make the highlight reel, but it will be the focus of the film session that the team has to sit through. I've sat through those before. Never any fun. You're always excited about your good plays, and they actually fast forward through those. All right, that was good. All right, great. They get to the bad ones and really illuminate them. Not cool.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
They'll set up a throw. And he's unable to haul it in. So it falls incomplete over the middle third of the field. And that brings up 4th. Here's Johnny Hecker now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. Fair catch called for and made, but they may back him up 10 here and have him do it again.
Holding, receiving team.
So holding on the return, and that's going to back him up to start the drive.
He was trying to get the job done correctly, just trying to clear a little space for his returner. Ended up getting a little too much jersey and hooked the guy, hence the flag.
Winston now to throw on first down. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. From the shotgun, it's Winston. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
Basically, you're not going to outwork two guys very often.
Double coverage. I thought he was going to go somewhere else with the football. I get it. That's a stud wide receiver. You want to try to get him the football.
Yeah, sometimes you rely on him a bit too much. You forget the other options that are out there.
And he'll take this to about the 24, a gain of 3. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
On third down, Winston. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Moore. And he will be taken down, but a big pickup there on what's going to be the final play of the third quarter. 1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Here's Winston. His throw incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 25-yard line. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
And with this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a first down.
But we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants his lead to stay right where it is.
From the 17, Winston. And he's got his man in stride, complete.
And the Falcons are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
With that grab, he now sits at 200 for his career, and maybe more importantly, a first down. Again, it's Winston. Touchdown, Falcons!
Kareem Hunt
from 6 yards away.
And the Falcons go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points.
Zerline connects on the extra point, and that will cut this lead down to 25. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And the Falcons score to cap it off. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away.
Dallas now to return it from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
The Lions offense, they get ready to head back onto the field.
And they just continue to roll right along, really. This has the looks of yet another victory as they hope to polish it off here in quarter number 4.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. He'll look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
The CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
11 yards there, and a Lion first down.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on third down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, third down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
This is Dallas, an inside handoff.
And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
Another run. Again, it's Dallas.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down.
I have zero rooting interest in either team in this game. I only want a good game. But with all the offense we've seen from them tonight, it's kind of nice to see the defense step up and make a big play.
Yeah, I was wondering if they were ever going to get him in the backfield. Nice to see him get a stop.
They'll try and run. It's Dallas.
Yeah, this is only going to be a gain of 2. He needed 3. It's 4th and 1. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
They only got a couple, but a couple is all that they needed as they convert on 4th.
It seems like a short distance, but a yard in this situation, not easily done. So big compliments to the guys up front for creating some space, and especially the guy taking the snap and finding a spot, finding a sliver, an opening, and making it work.
Yeah, he did not want to go down there as he carries tacklers for a solid gain of 9. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Dallas up the middle. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On 3rd down, here's Dallas. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Straight ahead running. Here's Dallas. Down at the 35. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
man as Jalen darted. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. Was that a design pass, or what was that?
It was built into the play call. He had the opportunity to either hand it inside, keep it himself to run it, or do what he just did. Throw that pass inside, hitting a receiver on the run.
On the give, this is Dallas. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
On the handoff, it's Dallas. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19. And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary, now on third. They'll run with Dallas. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
Someone's been having a good game so far. And you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on third down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Now we'll run with Dallas. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Chad Muma brings him down on that one defensively.
So pick up 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 13-yard line.
Delay of game, offense.
Now the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. They'll run here with Dallas. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. A nice job there as he rumbles for 9. And it'll be back to a 3rd and 3. At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here is stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do, late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it, they've got to be happy to see it executed, being able to stay in bounds and work the clock.
On the ground, it's Dallas. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. An effective 7-yard 3rd down conversion. So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. Henry is in for a Lions touchdown. Everybody in the stadium knew what they were going to do right there, CB. 3 tight ends on the field, all that extra bulk, and they run it in.
And you saw where that one went, right? You run it over your best blocker. I can just see the head coach right now. I want to run this one over the big boy. And they got it done.
So that about as lengthy a drive as you're ever going to see. And Derrick Henry able to finish it off with a touchdown run. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it.
And here now come the Falcons.
And their 4-game win streak very much in jeopardy as they go to work here late with a 1st and 10.
Throwing, Winston.
That pass complete to Moore.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
On 1st and 10, Winston.
He'll get this to Hamler over the middle.
Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs as we just saw there.
Now a throw here hauled in. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. They'll throw again. Winston dancing to it, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Now they got to get to the line quickly to try again after the sack. Winston.
And he's just throwing the ball up for grabs now. Fortunately, that one going to fall incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Winston. And this is caught. Well, they get one back. Picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big.
Well, if you've got him in your fantasy league, you like his production, his 2nd touchdown of the game. But right now, his team is trailing. Fortunately, he's playing pretty well and trying to keep him in it.
Now, they might need a little more from him here.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they continue to call his number. Right now, he needs his defense to step up and give him a chance.
That drive goes 80 yards in 6 plays. And the end result, an Atlanta touchdown. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away.
Risk taken in at the goal line. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And Detroit back in possession of the football. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point.
And they take a knee. Clock counting down toward 40 seconds as they take the knee.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down.
And they will take a knee here.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but, boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And, Martin, I had no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense,